The stench of straw and rot filled the narrow chamber. It seeped into Asterion's lungs with every breath. The walls of the labyrinth sweated with the damp chill of the earth. Their stone veins were slick beneath his fingers. Somewhere above, far beyond the ceiling of twisting tunnels, the palace of Nasus gleamed in the morning sun. Asterion had never seen it. He had only felt its weight pressing down on him like the sky itself was a slab of marble. His stomach twisted, with hunger. Not the hollow gnaw of missed meals, but the deep clawing ache that had been building for days. It was a hunger that burned behind his ribs. Every sound sharpened in his ears. The drip of water, the scurry of rats, the faint echo of footsteps. He froze. The sound came again. Soft leather soles, sliding against stone, a hesitant pattern of approach. Whoever it was, they did not yet know where they were. The labyrinth swallowed most men whole without a scream, but this one had come closer than most. Asterion's heart thundered. He pressed his back to the wall. His nostrils flared. The scent was there. Human, warm, alive. It lit a spark in the pit of his hunger. That spark roared into flame. The figure appeared at the bend. A young man dressed in a simple tunic. He clutched a wooden staff like it was the only thing tethering him to life. His eyes darted through the shadows, searching. He had not seen Asterion yet. The bull-headed creature's breath came heavier now. The ache in his gut became a command, not a request. This was not a choice. It was inevitability. The man turned. His head. His gaze caught the glint of teeth in the darkness. He froze. Asterion stepped forward. Hooves clacked against the stone. The young man's grip on the staff tightened. His legs faltered. The Minotaur tilted his head. He studied the man's trembling frame, the way his throat pulsed. The scent of fear was intoxicating. The man's lips moved again. His words were faster now, urgent. He raised the broken half of his staff like it might keep the monster away. Asterion stepped closer. His shadow swallowed the man. The air between them was heavy, hot. The man struck. The jagged wood scraped against it. The Minotaur's hide but did not pierce it. Asterion barely felt it. He caught the weapon in one hand, snapped it. The sound echoed like a bone breaking. The man staggered back. His foot caught on the uneven stone. He fell hard. His breath hitched as Asterion loomed over him. There was no thought left. Only hunger. Asterion's claws dug into flesh. The man's scream ripped through the tunnels. It faded as teeth met skin. Warm blood filled the Minotaur's mouth. It tasted like nothing he had known before. The body twitched once, twice, then stilled. Asterion rose. His chest heaved. His hands dripped red. The ache in his stomach was gone. But something new had taken its place. A strange fire in his chest, a sharp clarity in his mind. He looked down at the still form. The smell of death clung to it. He knew he would remember it forever. Somewhere deep in the labyrinth, another sound stirred. A slow shuffle, another heartbeat, and the hunger began. Again, Asterion stepped away from the corpse. His hooves left dark prints on the stone. He licked the blood from his lips. The taste clung to him. Sweet, metallic, alive even in death. The shuffle grew louder. It was uneven, a limp. Whoever it was moved with caution, but not enough. The labyrinth did not allow enough. He followed the sound, slow at first, letting the tunnels guide him. Each turn felt familiar now. The darkness no longer pressed against him. It welcomed him. The scent came next. Sweat, dirt, fear. His breath deepened. The fire in his chest spread. He imagined the moment before the kill. The eyes wide, the last exhale. Around the next corner, he saw her, a woman, older than the first man. Her hair hung loose over her shoulders. She held a clay jar in one hand. Her steps were slow, careful. She looked up and froze when she saw him. The jar slipped from her hand. It shattered on the stone. The sound rang through the tunnel. She turned to run. Asterion moved, faster this time. His hoofs thundered against the floor. The distance between them closed in heartbeats. She screamed once before he caught her by the arm. Her nails raked at his skin. Her foot kicked against his leg. She fought harder than the man had. It only made the fire burn brighter. He pulled her close. The smell of her fear washed over him. Her mouth opened to beg, but the words never came. His teeth found her throat. The labyrinth was silent again. The bodies lay where they had fallen. The air in the tunnels was heavy, with the smell of iron and dust. Asterion's breath was slow now, deep. The hunger in his belly was quiet, but his mind was awake in a way it had never been before. He moved through the labyrinth without hesitation. Each turn felt like his own choice now. Not a trap, not a prison. The stones whispered to him. They spoke of footsteps, of voices carried from far away. He listened, and in the stillness between those sounds, he heard the beat of his own heart. It was not fear that filled him anymore. It was certainty. The humans who came here were not hunters. They were offerings. He found a pool of still water in a wider chamber. The surface reflected his shape. Broad shoulders, horns that curved like the moon, a face that was both man and beast. His mouth was still stained red. He studied the reflection. There was no shame, no confusion, only the quiet knowledge that this was what he was made for. From somewhere deep in the maze, a distant shout rose. More were coming. The sound rolled through the tunnels like a promise. Asterion turned away from the pool. His hooves struck the stone in a steady rhythm. He felt no rush, no panic. He knew they would come to him, and when they did, the fire would burn again. The bodies lay where they had fallen. The air was thick with the smell of iron and dust. Asterion's breath was slow now, deep. The hunger in his belly was gone, but something else had taken root. He moved through the labyrinth, without hesitation. The turns no longer confused him. They belonged to him. The walls were his. The shadows were his. In the silence he listened. No footsteps, no voices, only the slow drip of water far away. The fire in his chest cooled, but it did not fade. It waited. He reached a wide chamber, lit by a single shaft of light from above. Dust swirled in the beam. It touched the stone floor, where no blood had yet fallen. Asterion stepped into the light. He looked at his own hands. They were stained dark. The smell was sharp and rich. He felt no shame, no doubt. He lifted his head toward the unseen sky. Somewhere beyond the stone, the people of Nasus lived their lives. They built, they feasted, they prayed, and still they sent their own into his maze. The thought did not trouble him. It pleased him. This was his world now, his kingdom of stone and shadow. The next time footsteps echoed through the labyrinth, he would be ready, and the Minotaur would